Metallica, 72 Seasons. This would be album number... number 12, I think. And, well, from the opener, it's opening title track, you get an idea of what you're expecting. And in fact, it's the better of the 4 singles. I didn't get a chance to listen to it when it was released as a single, rather while I started the album. And I enjoyed the track once I finally heard it. Then, and in fact, include that and the 1-2 punch of this and Shadows Follow was really damn good. Sadly, the screaming suicide happens and it kind of halts it a bit. Sleepwalk My Life Away. The start of it, at the very least, is really, really, really good. With the bass, finally getting to hear Trujillo's little bass line, very present and obvious. I'm told he does vocals, but I don't know where exactly. I'm hoping it's not the Temptation part in If Darkness Had a Sun, but I like the looks of Turn of the other singles, which was fine, and it works well within the context even of this album as well. And the album flows pretty well, outside of just obvious problems. Some people like Chasing Light. I'm okay with it. I'm fine with Crown of Barbed Wire, and I don't mind the Sleepwalk My Life Away and You Must Burn. I thought were fine. Honestly, I actually enjoyed the songs that are the deep cuts of this record that aren't singles more than the singles themselves, and that actually made it a more pleasant surprise. In fact, I kind of feel as though I like, aside from Shadows Fall, I kind of like the last 3 tracks the most, despite in the way Inamorata's close it. I mean, Too Far Gone's pretty nice. Room of Mirrors is definitely going to be classic no matter what amongst any Metallica fan. For the most part, this album in sound and its production is definitely, I think, better than the previous 2, and it's definitely a shorter runtime despite the longer tracks. It's a much shorter runtime than a double album thing that they were doing with the last record. I get if some people want to say it's not as good as from a songwriting perspective, or at least in execution of the songs and the music itself and whatnot when it comes to Death Magnetic, but production wise it's I only wish the production we had here was on that record. And when everyone says it's flat, I guess I'd rather have flat than super loud. At least it'll come off a little more dynamics. We shall see. But yeah. Shadows Follow was pretty... Like I said, Shadows Follow was great. I liked Crown of Barbed Wire for what it is. I liked most of the songs that weren't singles, basically, over the singles themselves, aside from 72 Seasons. But yeah, Room of Mirrors is great. Inamorata is where their Black Sabbath influences come in. You definitely hear a lot of Motorhead, and it's this. The best way I could say this is Kill 'Em All by way of Load Reload. In that way but more of the Kill 'Em All than Load Reload. In terms of the quality of it, at least. Even though I wouldn't say this comes near as close to being in the top echelon. This is even though Kill 'Em All is a much higher tier album than this thing. But you could see how it feels like it's kind of by that way because of some of the stuff that is their roots. Because this album 72 Seasons referring to the first 18 years of their life, so they're drawing more from that musically. And it does, through the likes of Diamond Head, Motorhead, possibly Venom, black metal, and that specific first wave black metal. Even though technically that Venom record sort of could count as a thrash record, I guess. I don't know. Don't quote on me. I need to hear that thing yet, if I ever get to it. But definitely Black Sabbath on the recent one, but in a way that comes off like pre-Broken Glass, Crowbar, and I want to say pre-Down, but I think Broken Glass was before Down in OLA, so we'll go with pre-Broken Glass. Meets pretty much 90s era COC. Well, until the chorus. But everything else about this song is great except the chorus. And the very weird outro thing that pretty much makes it clear this entire album's jam sessions that hardly ever go anywhere with how long the songs are, and they don't really do anything in a progressive metal nature that's in the not so up your ass kind of way, which they don't even go that far in the up your ass of prog so much as it's the up your ass of butt rock, which is kind of the big crux of what is Overload and Reload, to be fair. So, and a lot of songwriting still kind of feels that way. The fact that this album turned out better than what the singles had given off and vibe-wise initially going into this thing, I didn't expect much, and I was pleasantly surprised. Can't say it's gonna live up to any of their classic stuff. It doesn't come even close to that. Yeah, I have my seatbelt on the whole time. Sorry. But it's still pretty solid for what it is. I think I like it better than the last one. I can't say, I can understand if people don't like it better than Death Magnetic. I mean, from a production standpoint, in that regard, it's better. But I feel like with this production, I feel like Death Magnetic could have been a better record. And probably, I think that would have made a better comeback. If only Rick Rubin didn't have some loudness wars issues, that thing. But with this thing, I don't know who produced this, to be fair. Also, I'm starting to wonder if I'm probably going to be a minority of saying this, since a lot of people want to bitch at Bob Rock for making Metallica sell out and everything, even though I could easily point you to Mad Mike's video, Keeping Tabs video, on the Black Album record when it came out, when he released it during that album's 30th anniversary a year or two ago. And it still holds up pretty well, especially the bitchy Mitch Bitchersons involved that bitch about that record, and he pretty much just bitch slaps all those people that bitched and said that they sold out with that. When that's actually one of the other better albums, given what we would wind up getting from them after that. But anyways, to me, I'm still gonna, it's not done anything to make me change my mind about, Ride the Lightning and as the best record they've made. Even though I understand, and I'm understanding of the Master of Puppets people, but for some reason that production just does not work as well as the more rawish sounding production they had, but still somewhat polished style of production that Ride the Lightning had, that just worked for them, or at least in studio, at least. Even though I would understand if that the production, like, that's probably second best in production to me, next to how the Black Album is in terms of production. And heck, if only there was a way that they could have had either those production styles for Death Magnetic, would have been great. A balance of those, actually, to be fair. But I'm going on about other records instead of this, because really there's not much to talk about. Lyrically, they don't give me much anything to want to talk about. Musically, definitely a little more than I expected. Overall, given the newer system I created for this, high thumbs up to light Hane 10, or however we're calling this. Yeah. Or maybe swag. We'll go with that. I don't know how we're going to call that, but it's a light one of those. Definitely not one of their best. Far from their worst. That's still Saint Anger. Maybe Lulu. I've yet to hear that. I don't even know if I care to. I heard enough already from Saint Anger back in the day, from one of the coaches that was running the school, the school gym and all that. So and even for the time, the amount of songs that they picked, it was only a couple songs here and there were seemingly salvageable from that record. But this one is nice. My highlights to me is more the last 3 tracks and the first two and last 3 tracks to me. I don't mind. Like, I could somewhat recommend, I guess, Chasing the Light, but I kind of have a weirder, more interesting thing. Like, I don't mind Chasing Light and whatnot, but I'm more interested in Sleepwalk My Life Away, or like, I'm more interested in You Must Burn, Crown Barbed Wire, I guess. But it's just, I don't feel like coming back as much to this record as, say, other Metallica records. But of the later era stuff, this, you could do far worse than this. You could do better, but you could still do better, but you could do far worse when it comes to Metallica. So, if you like this, yeah, like I said, strong thumbs up to Light, one of these bad boys, which isn't a bad score. It's just, it's solid, good at best, mid to mid at worst, luckily. Nothing that made me want to facepalm myself completely. Maybe eye roll, but not like facepalm or anything. It's like, if it is cringe, it's at least cringe but fun, if there is any, you know. But yeah, what did you guys think of Metallica 72 Seasons? Leave a comment below, let me know. If you like this video, rock that like button with thrust if you must. Also hit the subscribe button, click that notification bell to get all my videos, to get notified on all my videos, hopefully if YouTube allows you to. And as always, guys, keep it random, keep it real, keep it rocking. I will see you in the next video. And I'm starting to think I should just say the keep it real with the score. I might do that. But anyways, take care, y'all. Hope you enjoyed the Metallica record as much as you did. Hell, I missed a chance, by the way, to go see this with a friend. To go to a listening party in a theater. To see this on the day before, so I would have had a chance to talk about this much earlier. But oh well. Always the next time. And to that friend, hopefully you liked this video. I hope you liked my thoughts on this. But yeah, there you go. Again, take care, y'all. Metallica. Anyway.